and I'm going to show you. So, look, let's kick off. Let's just get this shit going, by the way. Okay, Jake, let's kick this shit off. Let's actually kick this shit off. We're going to pause at the times. We're going to have the usual reaction. So this is going to be a reaction because I have not seen much of this at all. It's going to be it's just Jesus, Tom, oh, fucking hell, mate, ease up. It's going to be pretty good. So send this to your mates. We're going to have a fucking laugh tonight. So let's have a look what Darien started his stream with. Oh, piss off.
Lots of.
Oh, look, I get an ad. Of course, I get a fucking prime ad. Oh, guys, this is fantastic. I thought I had a pause perfectly, but I'm sorry.
He's taking out the trash.
Look, let's just mute that up for now. Now I have to listen to it, but it's fucked. It's totally fucked. This whole DOJ thing is just beyond fucked. So, let's listen to Darien.
There's a lot of speculation and a lot of trolls going around.
Trolls? What, people just saying this is shit behaviour? That's not trolling, that's just calling out really, really fucked up behaviour.
There's a lot of people with misinformation.
Interesting.
On what transpired. First things first, I want to say one of the biggest questions that I've been getting is what's the future for DOJ look like? The future for DOJ is going to continue. DOJ is going to continue to operate. My hat is a little sideways, bothering me. DOJ is going to continue to operate.
Okay, fair enough. Yes, DOJ is going to continue to operate. They've got Matt at 1 Alpha 1, Darren at 1 Alpha 2. It's going to take a while for that community to die. A community of multiple thousands of members does not die overnight. He's right. He's spot on.
Operate just fine. People have been worrying about like finances, things like that. Guys, I'll tell you, I saw the monthly cost of DOJ. Between me and Matt split, we could easily pay for DOJ for the next, 4 years.
Okay. Let me tell you something. Darien has I don't know how many subs. Who knows? But let's have an honest discussion here about media team at DOJ in particular. You have a group of people that don't necessarily have high-paying real-life jobs. So they rely on the income they get from DOJ media team, which is significant. It is a significant thing, right, for most people. So the reason why a lot of the media guys, now this says something, in the peak of all the DOJ issues, they've gone from 32 media members down to 10. 32 for 10. And these are people that are probably the most invested because they literally get an income from creating DOJ content. So to step away from creating DOJ content is a massive values decision. And I congratulate and fucking celebrate any media member that stood down in the last few weeks because of what's been exposed. That is putting values above your income. Darien has not done anything like that. And in fact, what you're going to see is Darien actively telling media members to ban Brandon, who is an alleged victim in this situation, from their Discords, simply because he was telling his truth. Now, I'm sorry, but if you are actively telling people to silence a victim, and then you take over as deputy director of a community, you don't fucking belong in that community, mate. You don't deserve to have any role in that community, and you don't deserve to take your high horse and fucking sit there and say, oh, we're going to survive. Mate, the only reason why it fucking survives is because of members, not because of staff, not because of admin, certainly not because of head admin. But for you to sit there and fucking actively tell media members and command media members to ban Brandon, Roadrunner, from their discords simply because he exposed what was said to him in Snapchat over a period of time is a fucking disgrace. Gary, you're a fucking disgrace. Let's keep watching.
DOJ is not as expensive as some people think it is. DOJ is going to operate, especially financially, just fine. You have nothing to worry about with that. I alone could pay for DOJ for the next 3 years. With me and Matt splitting the cost 50-50, don't worry about it. Don't worry.
He could actively pay for DOJ for the next 6 years. Who gives a shit? I don't fucking give a shit, Gary.
About finances, because I've been getting that question a lot. How are you going to pay for the community? It's not that expensive. Just definitely relax on that. If DOJ goes down, it will not be because of finances. I can promise you that.
Duh. Fucking duh. It would probably be because of leadership, as normal.
But people have been worrying about our devs. I'll tell you right now, we've gotten more devs back in the last week than have left in the last 2 weeks.
Hang on. Wait. Mathematically, that does not make sense. And what's really interesting is Flipside has an ex-director of dev. Our new community has a DOJ director of development. I don't know. I honestly, he literally, let's go back. Let's see if we can nail this down.
People have been worrying about our devs. I'll tell you right now, we've gotten more devs back in the last week than have left in the last 2 weeks.
That doesn't make sense. You're right.
It's
impossible.
With mathematics like that, I don't think you can trust his comment saying that he could pay for DOJ for six years. I'm just saying. Yeah.
So we have people working for us in the background. We have people working for us up front. We have a lot of stuff going on.
Now, let me point something out about his language here. This is what is toxic about DOJ. This is what is totally toxic about DOJ. He says, we've got people working for us. We've got people working for us. We've got people. He labels developers as just people. So he doesn't obviously value them. And says working for us. So there's no appreciation there for the amount of time that developers put in to support a community. This is mind-blowing. I'm sorry, but members are the core of any community. Developers are probably really fucking important, right? I'm sorry, but where does he get the fucking ego to call developers, oh, we've got people working for us? What a fucking arrogant cunt. Next.
In DOJ, dev-wise, that's going to be fine. Don't worry about that. We're working on a lot of changing assets and things like that. Oh my God, Sam is here too.
And he's still got polecat alerts.
A lot of what happened in DOJ, with people wanting to leave and people being unhappy, were due to the accusations. And I understand. I've seen the same screenshots as other people. I understand what some people are trying to argue. Until this is how America works, okay? Until it's proven guilty in a court of law, they are considered accusations.
He's spot on, and I know where this is coming from with Darien, and it's because he has defended Polecat for a number of years. But he is correct. he's absolutely spot on, which is why I call them allegations, and why you need to be really careful talking about this stuff, right? He's spot on there, but it's not coming from the right place with Darien, and we'll show you why.
So when I say accusations, I don't want people throwing a fit and freaking the fuck out. I have to stay legally correct here. Okay, there's ways that I have to say things for them to be factually accurate. Okay, and to be factually accurate due to the accusations a lot of people have left. I will say
let's pick that up. Let's pick that up. Actually, let's talk about why people have left. Yes, because the accusations and the evidence that's been provided by Brandon, which is pretty damning. Like, it's fucking damning stuff. Then Garrett came out and provided his evidence. People have not just left because of what is the nature of those allegations. It's what triggered a mass exodus from DOJ. Because they realised that for a long time, staff and admins had been banning people talking about it. There are screenshots of this. There is frustration over the way DOJ is managed and run, that it's a rules-based situation. I was talking to one of our new members last night, and he's like, dude, I spent like fucking 3 weeks in DOJ and got sick of it. He joined the community and was literally, and I understand this because I went through the same process, and was given a wad of paperwork and rules to look over and said, read this before you go. This is a community, and I use the term community loosely because no one looks out for each other. This is a community that bones up over any amount of power that people get. You move into a staffing training position and you suddenly get to do 2 or 3 extra things and tell people what to do. And the way that people react to that, getting that power, is fucking crazy. Like, it's nuts. You actually want a good video of this? Check out my YouTube. I released a video of me getting staffed by Giles, who's now known as fucking Troy or Ted. Ted, I think it is. There's a video of me getting staffed by Ted that I recorded. And it's fucking hilarious because the guy doesn't even know his own regulations, right? That went to IA. Me talking to him and saying, come on, Giles, you don't even know your own rules. It went to IA and I copped a 1093. I got the fucking suspension because I told a staff member that he didn't know his own rules for disrespect of staff. So that's the way that community operates. It's not an inward-looking thing, you know. Now, let me also say, on Twitter, I have leaked an IA report about this man right here. And it says he's not capable of running a department. And what does he do? He was not only put to commissioner of Highway Patrol, but he's now deputy director of that community. Mind blowing. Anyway, let's move on. Also, possible third victim came out last week. Chile, was that Garrett? I think it was Garrett. I left because I was done with the BS about DOJ system. PC was never part of my race. Yeah, that's fair enough. Imagine not looking at my messages on Discord. Well, I'll get to it, mate. Fuck, calm down.
Personally, am the one that told Polecat that he needs to step away from the community or I was going to leave. Yes, I will be the one to say it. If Polecat did not step down from director, I told him that I was going to leave DOJ.
That's a fucking lie. That is a fucking lie. Because the same guy that's saying that, Darien, also told everybody to ban the victim from their Discords. He actively told people, he actively got a Discord team together to ban people talking about it on the DOJ assets, and he told the DOJ media team to ban Brandon from their Discords. There is no fucking way that what he's saying right now is the truth. This guy actively silenced people talking about it and wanting answers. This guy is responsible for banning people talking about this shit.
I was less than 24 hours from removing myself from DOJ. It was either him or me, and he ended up stepping away and making Matt and myself head administration. So to put it in perspective, why?
Thomas K, I'm just going to pause it here. Hey, Thomas, fuck off, mate. You've got no idea what this is about. You have literally no idea what we're talking about. Okay? Just fuck off, kid.
Everything happened. That
Awesome.
Think about your blood pressure.
So,
that segues me into the next portion of no, because this has been for some reason people really think that like I supported what he did. The accusations that were brought to light, if true, I do not support.
Okay. You may not have supported the accusations or the activities that are alleged to have occurred, but you silenced people that brought them up. You literally silenced people that brought it up, and then you tried to silence the alleged victims.
Okay. I was not there. I did not know him when any of these things happened. Everything that was accused happened in 2016, 15, and 14. I didn't even join DOJ until 2017, and I wasn't an administrator until 2018. So if we're good at math here, we know that this all happened before I knew any of the people involved. So no, I had no idea that this stuff was happening. No, I don't support it.
But hang on. Let's take that back a bit. Ooh.
If we're good at math here, we know that this all happened before I knew any of the people involved. So
okay, that's a big so fucking what? He's trying to say because this occurred in 2015 and 16. What we know to allege to have occurred happened in 2015 and 16, and because he joined in 2017, that he. No, these rumors have been circulating for fucking ages. In fact, I've got PMs between Ghost and I. When someone mentioned it to me a couple of years ago, and I messaged Ghost, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And he's like, just give me their name. And that person was banned from the community within an hour. Everybody knew the allegations that were going around. Sosa last year came out with the allegations. It was pretty well known in DOJ media about one particular member of the community who came in a couple of years ago and what that relationship between him and another head administrator might be. So, Darien, you fucking idiot. Just because you came to the community after Polecat committed some of what is alleged does not mean you weren't aware of it. Everyone was fucking aware of it.
Oh, no, I had no idea that this stuff was happening. No, I don't support it. None of that stuff makes sense. None of it doesn't even, when you lay everything out on the table and say, okay, this happened then, this happened here, I don't know how you come to the conclusion that, oh, well, then he must have known about it.
Everyone fucking knew about it. Everyone fucking knew about the allegations. Everyone knew about these rumors. Every single fucking person above probably a probie knew about it. It was not like this dirty little secret at DOJ. I mean, it kind of was, because people like Darien did actively mute it. Ghost muted discussion about it. I've got proof of that in my DMs. But holy fucking shit. Wow. No, mate. You knew about it. I knew about it. I knew what the allegations were. I haven't seen any concrete evidence to the allegations. Everyone knew the allegations.
I didn't even know them when it happened. I don't defend him. I don't condone anything that happened. That's why I asked him to leave and step down. And as we see, he did. He stepped down after I told him that he should. And
let me show you something, guys. Let me show you something. So this is between Ghost and I. This is me contacting him in October 2020. So 2 years ago. 2 fucking years ago. What is the rumor? To be blunt, something to do with polecat and miners. Who is saying that? Ghost says it himself. Darien saying he didn't know about the rumours. Ghost himself is saying this has been going on for 7 years. Darien, you're a fucking liar, mate. Next. Let's keep going.
That's where we are now. I will say as a strong statement, nobody in the administration team for DOJ that I am aware of knew about what happened back then, supports or condones anything that happened. People that stayed as long as they did support DOJ because DOJ is a fun community, and we all enjoy each other's presence. We all like playing a video game.
Okay. Yes, we all enjoy playing a video game. That does not mean the community's good. If you enjoy people's presence and you enjoy playing a computer game, that doesn't mean the community's good. And one thing that shits me is people saying, I'm not going to leave DOJ because of my friends. Just because you leave DOJ doesn't mean they're not your fucking friends anymore. Jesus fucking Christ, people.
At the end of the day, DOJ is a gaming community. It's a video game. Right? It's what people do outside of DOJ in their personal life. There's no way for us to know that. Right? Even people have been citing internal affairs and stuff like that, and I'll get into that later. But internal affairs regulates in-community violence.
Can somebody say, hang on, can somebody tell me now if he addresses me leaking that report? Please, someone who's seen this stream needs to tell me if he talks about me leaking the report, because I'll be fucking pleased.
Relations, right? We regulate things that happen within the community. And I also want to...
So what he's saying is IA regulates things that happen within the community, and so therefore they don't talk about the allegations or judge on the allegations. But IA does a hell of a lot more than just that. They crash into discords that have been established by others outside the community. You talk about anything that happens within the community, you're going to have IA on your ass. The video I put up on YouTube of my staffing by Giles, now known as Ted, that got done by IA. And you know what? I was punished because I recorded a fucking staffing.
Iron? I do iron. Thank you, Tyler. Random comment. What the fuck? DOJ does not regulate things that happen outside of the community. And I also want to point out, and anybody that's in DOJ or has spent any time in a COC position within DOJ, you will also know that DOJ Internal Affairs does not investigate head administration. Any complaint on head administration is instantly dropped. Internal Affairs cannot investigate Internal Affairs cannot investigate head administration.
Correct. Because HA always had the sign off on anything to do with IA. Now, this is a really important point. Jane, you're already onto it. Let me just address some of the comments. James, you were the only one to leak IRX. No, I know heaps of others were. But what's really important about him saying that IA can't report HA is what we call basic fucking governance, right? If you want to be accountable, you need to be fucking accountable. One of the key things that I love about DOJ is their fourth community rule, A4, I think it is, or 1A4, whatever the fuck it's called, no sexual harassment, including unwelcome sexual advances, the exact wording of that rule. So there's a double standard where HA expect these things out of their own community and then allegedly go out, perform them, and protect themselves from any type of discussion around it. And guess who also protected them around that discussion? Darien did.
All the administrators know this. All the COC members, most of the COC members should know that. If you're in internal affairs, you definitely know that. So to say that like internal affairs knew it was happening and was covering it up and trying to push it under the rug, that's bullshit.
That's a fair comment.
That's complete bullshit.
That is a fair comment.
I don't know I can't tell you for sure if anybody did or didn't know it was happening, but what I can tell you is there was no like widespread condoning of it from administration. There's no like, oh, all the administrators had to know it was happening. No, it doesn't. I don't say, okay, give me your phone. Let me look through it. Like that's
okay. No, but again, let's come back to this. If PC were what they said, I would have left a long time ago. Here you go. The rumor has been going on for 7 years already. So let's say 2013, 2014. Everyone fucking heard the rumor. I don't know how many times I need to fucking say.
Wild. You guys, I mean, if you believe that, I mean, I'm assuming you probably believe Santa Claus really comes down your chimney and leaves presents under your Christmas tree. That's the kind of shit we're talking about here, because there's no way that you truly believe the entire administration team knows.
Unfortunately, on these circumstances,
You knew the allegations existed.
There's no way that you truly believe. Fucking. Now I got people like fucking Zero and Tyler.